Hey guys, as you can see, I got the Adidas Predator LZs, also known as the Lethal Zones. These boots are still Predator, and but they have been marketed a little bit differently than what Predators have been like before, when they were essentially power boots or accuracy boots, shooting boots pretty much. But now the LZs have taken a new Adidas has taken a new step with the LZs of making a control boot. This boot is now marketed as the control, but it also has power, shooting, accuracy, like blah blah blah, technology into it, which obviously Predators has had for a long time. And some of you, if any of you don't know, that these are synthetic, not leather, and but the upper is actually really soft. It's I guess you could say these are like the Kangalite upper, as I said in the video before, but they feel and fit more like vapor would. I'll be honest, if Adidas made a 50s with this upper, it would probably be the greatest boot ever, in my opinion, because this thing is really soft. As you can see right there, I don't even think they needed the first touch thing to help you have a better touch. This upper is really soft, so you'll get a good feel. But after two use, I can say that the first touch does help a little bit. It doesn't dramatically help your first touch. It helps a little bit. The dribble, you don't really notice it as much, but it's there, so I guess it kind of helps. And the sweet spot, and that's this zone right here. I have not, well, I did whip some crosses, and I don't think it helps that much with spin or curving the ball. I think it's more like it helps your power, I guess. And obviously the drive zone, we'll go with the drive zone. The drive zone is, I think their concept of this was try to copy the with the Adi powders. They have the bigger rubber element and then the smaller ones in between. With the shooting technology, I think I like the Adi powders better. I'll just say that straight up. I like the rubber silicone thing they had. It really feels good when you do strike it off that area. When with these, they're a little bit more minimalistic, but they're not bad. They're not bad at all. And lastly, the pass pad, I think they call it. It's pretty much for passing and obviously controlling it right here. There is some like substance to it, and it's pretty well padded right here, so it feels good when you receive the ball and pass it. It's obviously not going to help your pass accuracy any better. No boot will. And before I go into more detail, this is the sock liner. I don't have the Addy Power ones with me right now, but this front section is pretty similar to what you have in the Addy Powers. In the heel there is nothing. But the funny thing is, I didn't get any stud pressure on the heel because, yeah, I don't know, I just didn't. And then the forefoot area right here is where I feel it's so much stud pressure. And I think it is due to the fact that, one, these are obviously the sprint frame, the stud pattern used on the F50s, and where the F50 studs are hollowed out, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are solid, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think this one and this one, just, yeah, those two create like so much stud pressure. But obviously you can just change sock liners, a thicker one probably. So that's probably the only downside of these, that Adidas didn't use the greatest sock liner they could have used. The upper part is pretty much the same as the Addy Powers. Master the ball. Oh, it also has the My Coach cavity. I don't know if I can get that. Just wait a second. Oh, yeah, as you can see right there, My Coach on the left boot. The zones are actually comfort-wise, except for the stud pressure issue, there isn't really much. The heel area, when you look at these, you'll think that they feel a lot like the Addy Powers, but these are completely, well, not completely, but a little bit different. The amount of padding and the amount of padding is the same, but the material is a little bit different. This is more, it's less suede, if that makes sense. I do like these. I do like the heel area of this, but I think the Addy Powers is a little bit more comfortable because of the suede, obviously, and I think that's it. And the heel area is pretty high cut too, so if you don't like high cut boots, beware of that. Durability issues, there isn't any. I mean, there's water. There's really nothing. The rubber stuff isn't coming off. I think I've had a good 5 hours in these. I had 2 practice sessions. And honestly, I'm not gonna go into conclusion yet. I still haven't made a video of the Addy Powers yet, the full reviews. But I'm pretty, all in all, first, I guess, review or opinion that I have of the LZs is that these are a good boot, but I don't think Adidas has made the right decision of making the LZs by making this change with the Predator line, because obviously Predators are a shooting boot, not a control boot. They're supposed to be leather, and yeah, but I'm not saying these are bad. These are actually really good. They fit good, and honestly, if you're getting these, you can't really go wrong. But if you're like a long time Predator wearer, these are a completely different animal. Just like how the Adi Powers were. But obviously these have made a bigger step away from the traditional Predators. I think that's about it. If there's, yeah, I think Adidas should have made the LZs with a different line or a completely new line, like the CTRs. That would have been a lot better, in my opinion, with zones instead of having I think, yeah, just I really would have liked just a straightforward Predator. That would have been cool, or a little bit better. But I do like the hybrid touch they have. I forgot about that. The hybrid touch. This is the synthetic that feels like a Kangalite. I think these are a little bit softer than the Kangalite in my opinion, but a lot thinner. So that's probably why. And stay tuned. I'll just promise you guys, if you're gonna get Adi Powers cheaper, which you probably will, over the LZs, obviously, get the Adi Powers. They are more comfortable, I'll say, and apparently a little bit lighter too. So get Adi Powers online or in your local store if you can. And but obviously if you can have the LZs, or if you want them, go for them too. So just stay tuned for another video of the LZs, Predator LZs. Expect to see another video of the full review of the Adi Powers. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.